Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. Today I'll be building this cardboard Frogmouth Helm. Enjoy. Of course, this one also has removable feathers. So I'm going to begin with making a prototype here. So I have this large piece of cardboard that just came off of a box, and what I'm going to do is sketch out the shape of one side, and when I'm doing this I make sure to add curves so when I glue them together it will show the contours of a Frogmouth Helm. I should mention that the measurement is from your shoulder to your eye is the size of the front face. So right here I matched the contours of my shoulder, and now I'm marking where my eyes are going to be. And now that I know where the eyes are going to be, I can finish drawing the top part of the profile of the helmet. After that shape is perfected, I just copied it down on another piece of cardboard to get a second piece. Now I'm going to bend this in every way possible, against the corrugation and along the corrugation. After bending them to get the correct shape of the helmet, I'm also bending them so I can glue the front together with hot glue. So here's where we're at right now, and of course I had to continue bending it because it was really stiff after I glued it together. So if you're wondering why your build is not taking shape correctly, you have to continue trying to stretch it. You hear this? That is the noise of me re-stretching all the elements, holding it together, and so it's more flexible. Similar to this gorget I made, I've had it since 2021, and surprisingly, it's still durable and it's holding together very well, with a few minor cracks that I have to repair. Every time I film a battle or something. And notice how flimsy it is. When something has give or low suspension, like on a car, it's likely to last longer, especially when it's cardboard, because instead of just breaking like it would if it was stiff, it will just flex and bend like this. That's why I've had this thing for so long, because it's super resilient. Now, if you watch all of my other helmet videos, I'm just making a simple cardboard dome, which is going to be the base of the top of my head. And those are made out of a few simple strips of cardboard. So now I'm just test fitting to see where I'm going to glue the top of the dome and the facial plate together. Okay, so we're gonna make the back of the helm, and it is very similar to how I made the front. I'm cutting out two pieces that I'm freehand sketching, and this is the curvature of the back of my shoulders, so it lines up like that. And now I'm drawing out a curve. I'm gonna cut that curve out and do the same thing on that piece and then glue them together. Make sure you bend your cardboard as well. Right here I have temporary tape holding it together. Now I'm just going to remove the temporary tape and assemble all of the three pieces. Also, I added some extra supports, if you can tell, on the cardboard dome. To add to the brow a little bit, I could just leave the design like this, but I want to add a little bit of a visor over the top. I have these two pieces right here that are bent and cut, and I just freehand sketched them. I'm going to glue these together, and then cut off the ends there so it will match the angle of the helmet right there. And we're going to glue that in place. So underneath the helm, we're going to make a little base, and we're going to bend this long piece of cardboard against the corrugation. We won't need the excess that is overhanging, so we can cut that off too. Okay, there we go. I trimmed off all the excess to make that cool shape right there. Now all we got to do is carve that cavity out one more time, and I'm going to do that using my box knife. I had to edit it a little bit and refix it, and I had a big piece of it was a fan I stuck in here just to spread it out, to weaken it a little bit more so I could put my head in and out. But now I'm gonna permanently seal that with glue, and now I'm going to do another papier-mâché job on this helmet to seal up all those gaps. And here I have my flour and water and newspaper, which I'll cut up into strips. I'm not gonna do a time lapse for this, so if you want reference to papier-mâché jobs, just visit my most recent video, how to make an advanced cardboard night helmet. It's that helmet right there, also made of papier-mâché on the top, and so are my other helmets. And there we go. I ended up covering the entire thing with newspaper strips, and that will leave a very hard shell when it dries. It is nice and dry. Now I'm going to use a decent amount of contact cement. If you use this stuff, remember it's flammable. Ventilate your workspace, and I'm going to go over pretty much all of this just to seal the newspaper strips, because there's some cracks and it's just an extra measure to seal everything off. But otherwise, it's all looking pretty good. And just like my most recent helmet, I'm using a Coke bottle cap to be able to add and remove different colored feathers. This one's a little bit further back. All right, now I'm going to clean up that tape job, put some more contact cement around the newspaper strips, and then again, like the same helmet I just made in the past, I'm going to line it with this felt fabric. It doesn't matter the color. Okay, it is the next day, and now I'm going to paint this thing a metallic silver spray paint. For the feathers, you can use any color, but I chose to spread them out in a fan. I did black, white, black, white, black, and I tried to flatten the bottle cap as much as I can to fit these feathers. I'm gonna glue that in, and then here's what the paint job looks like as well, nice and shiny. Now let's suit up. Feels comfortable. The biggest flaw out of all this is it is extremely hard to take off. It's okay to put on, but taking it off is the worst. Now, I should add a buckle and a clip that connects to the cuirass right here, because in real life you'd have a big steel slot to lock it in. But I want to make a separate cuirass for jousting, because this one is pretty dated and old, but it works perfectly fine. So I'm gonna do that with another cuirass. And here's my temporary lance. This was supposed to be a flamberge. Hold on. As you can see, the Frogmouth Helm turned out the way I liked, and this video is going to come to an end. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these builds that I do, like and subscribe for more videos.